Out with Bailey working on stays, probably some recall, some heel. This is very hard for her. You guys have to remember how difficult this is. She came in just completely wild. Constant movement, constant lunging, constant jumping. And now we've done a complete 180 where we actually have a way to enforce a stay. We have a way to use a recall, right? We have a way to walk nicely and stop unwanted behaviors. Beautiful. This is her first time down at the boat ramp, so location change for her. A lot of times dogs will get to a new place and think the rules don't apply, which is why we change locations so often.
Bailey, stay.
Working on hearing her name and just looking and not assuming. Perfect. She heard her name and she stopped and listened. There's the recall with the beep, right into the walk. Stay and walk away. Puts herself in a down as the coping skill.
That's
beautiful.
Good.
This is very difficult. The way that you keep up on this is by practicing it every single day as part of your daily routine, not only when you really need it.
Yeah, and dogs do that. They keep the hierarchy going because they have these conversations literally daily, regularly, different ways, you know. Good. For us to practice our leadership, we can use the commands, we can use situations that might come up, we can practice. And it's just maintaining that hierarchy and maintaining that level of
Full-time
obedience.
job too.
Yes, it is.
Because she's gonna test every minute of every day pretty much until
Right. That's what they'll do.
she doesn't
They're
believe
gonna
she
push.
can anymore. Yep.
And so that's why it's a job, right? It's
Yep.
because if she or any dog pushes the boundary of your authority, if you will, then you have to correct. Otherwise, it slips a little.
Yes.
And then she does it again, you
Yep.
don't correct properly, it slips a little. Next thing you know, you have no relevance,
Yep.
no control. Right? So you have to be committed to being the leader, which is the same thing as raising a kid, really. There's times where I know as a parent, I don't want to go and you know, deal with the situation. It's just like, not right now, I'm tired. But we can't do that. If we do that with our dogs, we're going to lose respect, we're going to lose trust, and then it slips. That's the slip, right? So, if she doesn't listen, it's our job to follow through, okay? I'm going to give her a correction here. Stay. Okay, good.
Working on heel. Heel is universally taught on the left. It literally means their head is at the level of your heel. So we teach her that the left leg is the reference point. Don't let the left knee out of her sight. She follows that. Instead of you following her, she's following you. And so she stays in that left side, that perfect heel pocket, and it makes for a really nice walk. You know, what she came in doing was not sustainable at all. I mean, she was just constantly lunging, putting pressure on her trachea.
Good girl.
So now if you'll notice, there's no tension on the leash at all. She's completely holding herself there. Nice job.
Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, looks real good.
And this is a very important leadership exercise.
Oh yeah, you can tell a lot about
A relationship.
the relationship someone has with their dog by the way that they're interacting with them on the walk.
Yes. So it's encouraged to do the walk as a leadership exercise when you go home. You know, rather than for exercise or something like that. Some people don't walk their dogs because they don't find the need for the exercise because they have other outlets, and we still encourage them to walk for the leadership, right? To make sure that relationship is right, and to maintain it. And then there's other people that want to walk just for the exercise, but we encourage walking for the leadership. Look, little moments like that. You'll learn all this on the go home, but to identify when a dog's pushing. Because most people didn't see her do anything wrong right there, I would imagine, right? Because we're used to this.
I know,
right?
The bar is low.
But if you look here, her head's not out here, right? If this was her head, she come out here, she could scan, she could see back and forth. I have her back here. right? So as soon as she starts to come past my legs, that's when I start to correct. I don't have to wait for her to start dragging me. And she understands, right? It's not just the leash here. I'll put the leash down. We taught it in a way where she understands visually the location where she needs to be. She has to be able to see the back of my leg and the side of my leg. If she comes out like this, she can't see it no more, right? So when I do these little dips like this, look, she's fall is a good girl. That's a good girl, right? Nice work. If I start to slow down,
She slows down with you.
boom, you can see her using her eyes right here, not out here. No. Stay.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Love it.
Very nice. That's a good girl. Break.
Good girl.